to Hurlingham Park. You join us just as the competitors are running out onto the field on this lovely winter's afternoon here with the going firm underfoot and very little sign of rain. Well, it certainly looks as though we're in for a splendid afternoon sport in this, the 127th Upper Class Twit of the Year show. Now, the competitors will be off any moment, so let me just identify them for you. Vivian Smith has O-level in kennel hygiene.
Sure, it's really evolved. It's not the same game that it was 40 years ago. We have face-off specialists. We have long poles. Like you talk about, the slide packages are different. The substitution is all different. They used to always be able to substitute at end lines and sidelines. So the game has evolved. I'm not always sure it's for the better, because the sport was known to be the fastest sport on 2 feet, and now it seems to be played slower in that when a team gets the ball on offense, everyone's changing their personnel. When the other team gets on defense, they're changing all their personnel. So you have a little bit less, especially at the Division I level, you have a little bit less up and down the field action. We have more of it here, I think, because for whatever reason, Division III maybe doesn't play as much settled, as there were more opportunities for unsettled. But at the upper levels, it's almost all settled across now. That's a big change. And the sticks, huge change. When everyone had the wooden sticks, if your wooden stick broke, you were in big trouble. Now it's just, change the head and you're ready to go again. They're much lighter. You can do a lot more with a stick now than you could in the old days. But it's great, still a great game. Still a great game.
I don't know. I might have to disagree. I still think it is the fastest sport on 2 feet. That's just kind of my opinion.
Well, yeah, but it's fast when it's played fast. But there's just so many times now, especially watching the Division I games on TV. There's just every time the offensive team gets the ball in the offensive half of the field, there's a slowdown where they're taking their D middies and their long pole off, and the other team's taking their offensive middies and putting them on, and it just takes a lot of time to do that, as opposed to just play up and down the field, which Syracuse used to do that in say the 80s. Right? That's what when they had the Gate brothers, it was up and down the field, and it was just great lacrosse. And you don't see that as much nowadays.
I was telling Doug, we had some things that they should do right now that they don't. Okay, no defenseman should ever get called for a penalty. And the reason is you should poke check. You shouldn't do anything except poke check.
No slaps?
No slaps.
What happens? Yeah, they get caught on the helmet too. Have you seen a lot of lacrosse recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a completely different game.
It's a completely different game.
Completely different game. But I swear some of the things we did. So we had the 8-man football sled, okay?
Right.
And one guy would go behind, go one way, switch hands, go the other way, and you had to hit all 8 of them.
Between them.
And you had to poke all 8, no matter which way, switch hands, okay? And you had to drive the thing back, okay? He was telling me, this is when you poke a guy and you hit him in the sternum,
yeah,
okay? He's going to watch you. Then on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You
never get called. Okay.
That's right.
And there's no such thing as a penalty on a poke check.
No.
Okay. And as soon as the guy had 2 hands on the stick, that's time to poke. 1 hand on the stick, leave him alone. As soon as the second hand comes on the stick, you got to make him know that you're there.
Loose ball drills. I hated them. 1v1, 1v2. On the 1v2, one of us would take a man, the other would get the ball, and the poor guy who was getting blocked out usually took a pretty good hit, especially if the guy hitting you was Paul Bunn. Paul Bunn tried to make a man out of me over the 2 years we played together in 66 and 67. I don't think he really succeeded, but if I came up against Paul Bunn on a 1v1 loose ball drill, I knew I was in for it.